If you compare a software engineer and a civil engineer, the civil engineer role was very clear, right? So they are not involved in actually putting the bricks, mixing the cement and all. They are more involved in designing the building, making sure it follows the specs and it can bear the load and all those things, right? So they are traditionally involved in the overall building process, not in exact operations of the building. They are not involved in doing the actual construction of the building, right? So what happened in software engineers started as a similar concept where the software engineer is only involved in the architecture, design, imagining things, how to build the software structure and all those things. But in over the years, right, the software engineer was pulled into coding, right? Because he was expected to code, he know how to code. Same like a civil engineer expected to put the brick, he know how to construct a wall and all those things. Yes, theoretically he know. Practically he may not have that kind of expertise, right? Which is not required also. But for software engineer, it's not like that. He was expected to code, right? Without coding, he is not even accepted as software engineer. But with the new AI technologies, right, the software engineer is back to his seat where he can focus more on the overall experience of the user, overall building of the software. He's not concerned about how to build, what technology to use, and all those things. That is all important, and that he must pay attention to. But most of the time can be spent on the overall system design, how the actual outcome will be for the software and all those things. The nitty-gritty of building the thing, constructing the building, is now taken over by the AI systems, right? So AI coding tools and all those things can do the plumbing, the electrical works of it. But the software engineer is more focused on the grand vision or the big vision. That is the actual role of the software engineer, traditionally the role of the software engineer. So if you see, the software engineer actually bridges the gap between a business user and a technical team. The technical team was more into setting up the system, making the system works and all those things. But software engineer was like a connecting bridge between what the business wants and then imagining the software and then executing it. So now the roles are coming back to a more clearer space where software engineer can now focus more on getting the software out instead of spending more time on debugging, coding, and all those things, which takes bulk of the time. So if you see the software engineer before the AI tools, they spend 80 to 90% of the time just working on the code, deploying the code, debugging the code, and that takes bulk of the time. And that's what they expected to do. But now with all the technologies in place, now the software engineer can go back to his role of really providing the value from the high level of how to achieve the business outcomes. When a business needs some kind of system and all those things, he's not sitting down and then starting the coding. He's sitting down and designing the system and then let AI do the coding.